You recording already?
Brandon should be coming on here. And see if Chop get in.
Anybody else?
Nobody's chiming in yet. I don't know if they're having problems or what. It's 9 o'clock. I guess they all drinking or something. I don't know. East Coast 10 o'clock.
You can do both.
Yeah, you can drink a little bit. Shoot, Vargas slammed six. But was it Miller Lights?
Yeah.
Miller Lights while we were on the last.
I know I saw that, man. I'm telling you. J-Mac, I was dying, man.
I didn't even realize it until somebody said something. I'm like, you know what? You're right. That dude, got 3 more.
I was tripping because it flashed over to him and the couch was empty. And I was like, where the hell Vegas go?
Get another one.
He was tripping. Brandon probably putting a costume on. I'm gonna be real with you.
Oh, okay.
He's probably putting something on.
We give them a couple of minutes, sir. Then we're gonna go live. They get in right. When they get in. See, was this the child? Brandon.
What up?
What up? Where your peoples at, man?
I don't know.
On CP time.
Yeah.
What's going on, B?
Nothing, man. I'm waiting for this orange guy to say May 1st. We can go back to life.
Man, listen, come down to Florida, man.
Don't get my blood pressure up talking about that.
I'm telling you, man, Florida a different planet.
Why is that?
Because I just went to Dollar General today, chilling. No
Dollar
mask, no gloves, no nothing. Went to the pool store today.
God, y'all
Man,
got
You just walked out there like a soldier, huh? No.
I'm just listen. Look, man. You know what's crazy is it's got me though because I was walking outside and I wasn't even breathing. I was trying to. That's
trying
how
to hold your
crazy.
breath.
Yeah,
I done that. Look,
it was wild.
I even though I was wearing a mask, if somebody came by me, I was at the store, man. Somebody came by me hawking and doing all kind of crap. And I was like,
Yeah. I do a lot. Man.
I'm running with my breath, holding my breath and running.
Yeah, I try to stay away, man. At work, they gave us masks, gloves. They gave us small gloves, so I bust out of them.
Oh shit! They got the game 7 of the 2010 finals.
Oh, the Lakers and Boston.
Yeah.
Man, I saw Brett Favre
That
play
was
that
great
other day.
finals, man. We're going to go live here, man. Whoever get in after that, they just get in.
Did y'all talk to Hassan already?
No, I haven't heard from him.
Hassan.
Haven't heard from him, so I don't think he's getting on here tonight.
Somebody have him.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get ready to go live.
I forgot they had Rashid.
Oh, Boston had Rashid?
Yeah.
Told y'all, man, I watched Brett Favre play the other night.
Yeah. Skip and Shannon was getting in an argument about that shit today. About A-Rod, who's a better quarterback? Was it Favre or Rodgers?
In that game, it looked like Favre. But he did have AP. He had AP.
Yeah, Favre was a
nice.
Yeah, Favre was good. I mean, he's a gunslinger, so you got to take the good with the bad with him.
Yeah, that's true.
This wasn't the year that Artest knocked what's his name out with that elbow. That shit was so dirty.
Artest was dirty, but he was tough.
He knocked Harden out with that motherfucking elbow. Boom. Harden was concussed and eyeballs was in the back of his head. Hey, Lee, you still doing the bank shit or you doing something else?
Still doing the bank shit.
Yeah. Man, I can't get a hold of them motherfuckers for shit.
I left for a little while. I went and sold material lifts. That was crazy, man. Trying to sell some shit that you need an engineering degree and they ain't got an engineering degree, but
all right,
I worked that shit out.
We are live now.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So welcome everybody that's watching. So far it's just the three of us. If anybody else joins, they join. But we're gonna roll with the punches here. And I titled the cast tonight, the broadcast tonight, Oak Tree Nukes Ewing. I mean, that's just one topic. We have some other topics to discuss, and I know that the last session we didn't get to a question by Lisa. She asked, who was the most influential player, sports player or figures, might have more than one, who was the most influential in your life? So before we do that, got a new guest. You can go ahead and introduce yourself, Jennis. You weren't on her last time, so they seen Brandon, so he don't have to do that again.
Yeah. Jennis Wright from Palm Bay, Florida, via Maryland, checking in.
All right, and you got a army down there, or you just got a couple of kids, or how's life down there for you?
Man, life is good. I got a ton of kids. I'm just keep it like that. Ton of kids.
Keeping it real, huh?
Yeah, ton of family moved down here, so it's the good life, man. Weather's great. People are a little crazy from time to time, but the weather's great and it kind of overrides all that nonsense.
Good. And well, glad you was able to get that out the way. I know you had some stuff on your chest from last time, Brandon, so we'll go ahead and let you start, because you didn't get to talk much about what you you were wanting to get into. I know you mentioned something about the LeBron and Miami and some other stuff you mentioned. So you go ahead and have the floor, sir.
See, I don't the topic with the Clippers and the Lakers. I don't know what y'all were what the debate was about.
Initially, it was they had asked me who I thought was initially Shavers had asked me who I thought was the MVP of the league, and I told him off the top of my head I thought it was Giannis, but then they came back and said, hey, that last game between the Clippers and Lakers, LeBron showed out, so or the Lakers and
the Bucks.
And the Bucks, yeah. He said LeBron showed out. So I was like, well, hey, I didn't see the game. I have to take y'all word for it. If that be the case, then it is what it is. So that can go back and forth, and MVP trophies to me, they're good, but I guess to me, nothing means more than
politics.
Nothing means more than that championship. Yeah. So go ahead.
I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, you got to not being biased. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say, of course, I'm going to say LeBron, but I mean, he's 35, 17 year. Oh, forget it. He's over the top. So I just go by what Skip says. So
17 years ain't nothing to sneeze at, man. That's a long time.
It ain't. And then when you playing
a lot of miles
over 100 games for like 9 years straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's, some people look at it like, well, he's 3-6, blase, but I mean, you can go back and forth. I mean, you can say Greek Freak, you can say LeBron. It just depends on what you're looking at. But, I mean, look what Greek did last year. He was MVP. He got to the playoffs and he was terrible. Same thing with James Harden. So, I mean, I'm going to say LeBron just because what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? You're going into a new position. Of course, you could say he's a small forward and he's always been that way, but he's averaging 10.7 assists. So it's not like, of course some of them lobs and you got some okay players, but it's tough. But some going to say no, some going to say yeah, whatever. I mean, it don't matter. I mean, long as he get to that Finals MVP, that's all I care about.
Yeah, I think, and I don't know how he feels about MVPs, but I would probably think he wants more than anything to bring that trophy back to LA.
Right.
I think that's his ultimate goal, and if he gets some other jewelry on the way, then there's some other iron on the way. That's okay. That's a bonus, I guess. And you mentioned James Harden. I like Kawhi Leonard, but you ain't getting no conversation with all this load management. So.
Nah, he gets
you can't even get in a conversation with load management, so that's
he gets none.
And Harden, I'm with you. I know some of the guys in the group think I'm really hard on Harden. Harden can shoot, yes. Harden can do some things, but I guess I'm old school. When your game includes just doing stupid stuff, cheating, running into people and taking 15 steps, and that's all a part of your game. That just rubbed me the wrong way. So it's hard for me to be objective towards you as far as
right.
he is concerned. And then plus, like you said, he get in the playoffs and his coach let him shoot like that. That's easy to defend. That's easy to defend.
Yeah,
so,
it's different. It's different. So, I mean, I do think they got robbed in those first two games with Golden State. What was it, last year? Year before? Where
I think it was last year, yeah.
They was mobbing him, shooting threes. They was stepping underneath from him. Regular season, those are flagrant fouls. Like, stuff like that, he's not flopping because Clay was coming down underneath of him. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do this year. I'll be honest with you. So I think if they do it without fans, it's just going to be – it might not be as, you know what I'm saying, like it ain't going to matter where you play the games at because it ain't going to be nobody in the gyms. So
that was the other thing we talked about as far as Houston's concerned. They trade CP3 because James Harden, for whatever reason, I don't know how he can't get along with CP3, but I guess because CP3 is kind of old school himself, he don't put up with all that foolishness. But
Right.
Then they bring your boy down there, Wild Man, and so them two down there, man, how they expect to win the championship is hilarious to me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Jack is like he's like I don't know how to say
Don't
it.
even try to be.
He
Don't even
I
try
gave
to
him
be.
I gave him shit for years, man. Like
Don't
I
even-
gave him he's like a more of a acid type of player. Like I don't know. Like he gets the assist, but he doesn't I don't know. I think he just out of control a lot of the times.
And I'm sorry, Jen, I'll let you get
You're
in.
all right. Go ahead. You're all right.
His jumper for real is really broke. I mean,
Yeah.
he's okay as far as mid range. If he's closer to the basket, he's okay. But if he's trying to stretch the floor, he can forget about it, man. Yeah, that's not something that he's worked on. If you ask me, maybe he has, and he just ain't clicking. But so with that being said, Harden is pretty much the only one that's providing, for the most part, providing that perimeter. And then you got this guy who nobody is. They'll let him stand out there by himself. There ain't nobody coming to D him up. I wouldn't either.
For what? Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah, I'm
Go
gonna back
ahead.
it up. I'm gonna back it up, man, to the LeBron thing.
Okay.
Because B, I'm telling you, man, you had me hating on my own favorite player this year, man. I'm gonna tell you for real, it's crazy. But at the same time, you know, I admire your stick-to-itiveness. I'll use that word. But to me, hands down, he's the MVP. Like that's not even.
One rule, brother. No 15-letter words on here, and gotta.
I know you ain't count them, J Mac.
Get a dictionary. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
I know you messing with me, but he's hands down MVP, man. I don't know how many years he's been robbed. And yeah, we can say Kobe got robbed, people got robbed. I get it, but this man has handled everybody. I mean, literally, like nobody can stop him. I'm sitting here, you know, watching, you know, him do some things that he had been doing, but not with the same assertiveness. So you mean to tell me when he decides to do what everybody else said that he should be doing this entire time, when he's really putting it down, pedal to the metal, that he's not the best player in the league? I just don't believe that. So to me, yeah, I get it. Some people say MVP, not the best player, maybe not the same thing, but he's both to me, MVP and the best player. Now you guys talking about Houston. Man, Houston got me because I was on that train for about 10 games.
Yes, you was.
I was on that train, man.
was.
I'm telling you. I was on the train. I was looking at it, man. I broke down a couple games. I was like, they're ready. They might get to it, and it just did not last. I'm almost glad for them, at least not for the rest of us, but for them that the season ended the way it did, because they were on a slippery slope to nowhereville. You like that word, J Mac?
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm glad you finally woke up out of that spell. It took you 10 games.
It took me longer than that because, you know, here's what happens. You jump on a train,
mm-hmm.
Then this train start getting beat up.
You try to be patient.
Stuff. You trying to defend yourself. Look, you gotta wait. And you know I'm a patient dude. I'm still, you know, waiting on Lonzo to do what he's supposed to do. But that's what it is.
You still waiting on that, huh?
Listen, man, I still look, I believe more in him than I believe in the Houston Rockets right now. I'll put it that way. So
I'm glad you brought him up. We're gonna talk about him too.
I know I couldn't let B get away with not talking about him. So
he probably was gonna bring him up.
Oh yeah, I was gonna get him. That's why I want Al to get on here too.
I know you're gonna say something, but you know, with the Houston Rockets, man, like that was their best chance with Chris Paul, because Chris Paul, before he got hurt, was handling things. And once they got rid of Chris Paul, CP3, no matter what issue he had with him, whatever, they shouldn't let him get out of town, because that was their best chance. Period.
I agree. And it didn't take me 0 games. I know how Houston is built. I know who their coach is. Fool you on that, man. No way in Jose, no way in the world they're gonna come close to winning championship with that mess. And then they bring Russell down there. Shoot, I'm surprised him and Harden ain't fought over the ball. I would just crack up if I saw that, but I wouldn't
probably
be surprised
have.
if that
They
happened.
They probably have. Yeah.
Snatch it out of each other's hands. Give me the ball. It's my turn to shoot. But yeah. Hey, so since you brought up Lonzo, now obviously you know how I feel. I don't know how the group knows how I feel about Lonzo. So let me try and put some objectivity on Lonzo. I think Lonzo is definitely what you would call a good pure point guard, in the sense that he can facilitate and pass and defend because of his height, stuff like that. But as far as him being a number one pick and a superstar point guard, that was never him. That was never him. Now, of course, you may disagree with me, but that's just, you can't be that and you can't score. You can't average at least. You're gonna be a superstar. You got to average at least 15 points a game. He can't even do that. He can't do that because that's not his skill set to do that.
I'm gonna say this to go to your point about shouldn't have been a number one pick. Well, he wasn't.
Well, I mean, he was the Lakers.
I knew what you meant, but I think that was more of a situational thing. I think that kid got thrown into a situation where
his daddy hyped him up.
He could not. Yeah, it was a no-win situation. Now, could somebody have waited and got him later?
Yes.
That
would have been much better for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And we probably
not having his daddy on his back, that would have been better. Yeah,
because he's going to end up being a solid point guard. If he stays healthy, he's getting up and down the floor. The biggest thing, what people don't realize, a lot of people ain't talk about, they talk about his three-point shooting, but that fool was missing layups, man.
Right.
I'm rooting for you, and I'm watching you on TV, you miss a layup, and I'm running around my house yelling at you, and then getting back on Facebook and saying, he's good, man. He's good. All right.
You would get burned for that one, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I stay strong. I'm still staying strong because I believe he'll be okay. He'll be all right. Will he be a legit number one, number two? No, but he won't be the type of point guard that I think people expect the point guards to be in today's game.
Right.
He won't be that point guard. He'll never be that point guard.
Well,
but I do think he'll be. Go ahead. He'll be a good teammate. He's going to pass the ball. He's going to be unselfish. I think he's going to be a quiet leader. So from those intangibles and stuff, I think he'll be all right. But he's not going to average your 22 and all that whatnot. That ain't going to happen.
He's not even going to average your 12.
Stop it.
He's not even going to average your 13.
He's going to average your 12. Come on, man.
Oh my God.
Well, here's the thing. I've kept up with him a little bit because obviously I get to watch some games from the Pelicans games, and he's improving. And so he's definitely working on his shot. I don't know if he has a shooting coach per se, but he's definitely working on that. Now, would he ever be a pure three-point shooter or anything like that? Probably not. But if he can at least get over 30%, 33, 34% in that range, he'll be okay. If, getting back to – and then getting to the point where you were talking about he was missing layups. That probably was the pressure getting to him. You think? I mean, I think in fairness, I'm just trying to be fair. I think it's pressure of being in LA, everybody on his head, his daddy steady running his mouth. That's the last thing you need to be in the Laker organization, having your big head daddy running his mouth, and you're really not a number 2 overall pick, and all that pressure. I kind of felt bad for the kid, even though I was burning him, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, you were trying, J-Mac, look, now I'm gonna bring this back up, man.
Okay.
Remember you were talking about him not being better than Chris Dunn? You remember
that? He really is he?
Yeah, he's better than Chris Dunn. Come on, man.
Is he?
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Dunn can score. He ain't gonna shoot no 3-pointers, but he can score.
I like Dunn's game, but their trajectory's on.
I'll say this: I give him a couple more years, and then we can talk about that again.
All right, we'll revisit.
He's working on his game. Yeah.
Give who a couple more years?
Both of them.
Does Londo need 10 years?
No.
What does he need? What does he need? Come on, man. I don't know. Well, I will say this.
Give them both a couple more years. And see,
I will say this.
I give they both are.
Huh?
I say we'll see where they both are in 2 years from now.
I'll give the kid flack, okay? A lot of my dislike for him is his dad, okay? But secondly, my dislike is because of Lee. Okay, he hyped him up. Matter of fact, Lee and who else? No, we'll get to the other one. We'll get to the other guy. We'll get to that other guy in Cleveland.
Let me touch on that. Let me touch on that, B.
Another guy in Cleveland.
Here's the problem, man. Here's the problem. If somebody parent said, you know what, my baby's gonna be an NBA player, and they told you to your face, when that baby came out the womb, you be talking about they trash. As soon as they come out the womb, you were quick to call somebody trash.
No.
I mean, before they even can walk.
No. My baby gonna get to the NBA and he's better than Jordan and LeBron right now. Come on, bro. That's
no. You gotta understand though. Pop said he can beat Jordan though. So you gotta understand where that's coming from. That ain't the kid's fault. Yeah. You done coached enough kids to know.
Well, here Salam said that Lonzo is a traditional point guard. DeAndre today is a point guard.
So how is he traditional, right? Okay, and respond to them. How is he traditional? Everybody calls CP3 trash, and CP3 can score.
No, CP3 ain't trash.
But no one likes CP3 though.
I think the problem CP3 had, like Lonzo, I think there was a lot of hype around him being a superstar. CP3 to me is not a superstar. He never was. He's a good player. He's a good point guard.
Well, CP3 is a superstar, bro. He's a superstar.
I don't. To me, a superstar is on another level. You know what I'm saying? Is he on LeBron's level, and is he on Dwayne Wade's level, and when they were in their prime?
I mean, he's part of the Banana Boat crew.
No, was he on their level when they were in their prime? Was he on their level? Was he ever on their level?
CP in New Orleans was a bucket though.
Yeah.
People forget about that.
I'm good. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying, to me, there's stars and then there's superstars. You understand where I'm coming from? There's a whole nother level when you get to a superstar. And so I don't look at CP3 as a superstar. I look at him as a star player, a good player in the league, a good point guard. If you can get him on your team, you got a great player. You know, but as far as him carrying a team like a superstar, I don't see that. Look at the Clippers. You know, they had the human that this dude jumping out the gym who couldn't shoot 15 feet, and he was jumping out the gym though. And then they had DeAndre Jordan who couldn't shoot from 4 feet, but he couldn't lead them to a championship.
That was a badly constructed team though. They didn't have like no shooters. They didn't have really much.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying,
yeah.
I think Jamal Crawford was their only shooter when they had him, wasn't he?
Right. They're pretty much constructed the way they are kind of right now. But I mean, you got stars there right now. I mean, you got
shooters now though.
The load management superstar, and you got the injury at every body part of his body. Well, I don't know. I don't call PG a superstar, but me and some other people, I don't remember who it was, but we got into a little argument about PG being a superstar. I can't remember who it was, but I don't think so. But not to get off topic, but Lonzo, I mean, I'll give him his jumper it's gotten better. I mean, it looks a little better anyways.
Yeah, it's getting
still
better.
Averaging.
It's improving.
He's still averaging 10, 7, and 7 or some shit. Like,
yeah.
It's the same. You know what I'm saying?
Small
steps. He's consistently mediocre. There you go. We're gonna call it that. Consistently mediocre.
But I agree with you. His jumper don't look broke no more because what was that? Cockeyed sideways.
Right. Yeah.
How do you see he don't take a lot of shots. Y'all, come on now. He ain't gonna score a ton of points. He don't take a lot of shots. He just throwing lobs to Zion. That's all he doing.
We've seen him go 1 for 11 from the 3-point line.
When? This year?
Yes, this year.
When?
I got my computer right here.
I'll
look it up.
Yeah, pull the VHS tape up. I want to see it on VHS. I don't want to see it on.
Well, I don't got one of those. I mean, that's at Mon Duke's house. So I gotta go get one of those. I don't have one of those. But I mean, subconsciously, I mean, I don't like him. I would like to see the kid get better, but I don't know, man.
It's just hard.
His brother's gonna be better than him, though.
I think if you just stay,
Melo's gonna be better.
Yeah, but I think LaMelo, definitely that boy there can shoot and do everything.
Yeah, depending on where he goes at.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, as far as Lonzo, if they use him to what he can do, he'll be good. If they try to get him to do more than what he's capable of doing, shooting a bunch of jumpers and shooting threes, and that ain't his game. You know, if he's left alone and he has to take the shot, that's different. But expecting him to just spot up and shoot, I wouldn't.
I don't think that's Gentry's. I think that's Lonzo wanting to do that. He think he's that.
No, I think that sometimes you got certain coaches that would do it. I'm not saying New Orleans is going to do that, but wasn't he put in that position when he was in L.A.?
Look who his coach was. Look who his coach was. I mean,
I'm just saying.
And there were some LA people, I'm not gonna say their names, that actually thought Luke was a good coach.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say nobody's name. I'm just gonna leave him alone.
I'm gonna throw it out there too. That a lot of people was mad about Vogel being the coach, and he seemed like he's doing all right now.
Yeah, I mean, when you got LeBron, anybody can do pretty well. I mean, you know what they say? Oh, LeBron's in the East. He can't do that in the West. What is he doing in the West? I mean, my man gets a lot of flack, man. It's just what it is. That's what Skip was doing. And then he gives credit for, Kawhi winning the championship in the East. But when LeBron won the championship in the East, it's an easy East, blah, blah, blah. But we're not going to talk about KD getting hurt. We're not going to talk about Clay. We ain't going to do none of that. But it is what it is. I mean, I think the Lakers are going to be better next year because I think they're going to get somebody that, like, they're talking about, if they get like let me see. They may need like a shooter, like a both-way shooter. If they can get a both-way shooter, give me Shane Battier and Mike Miller. It's a wrap.
Yeah. If you get one of those kind of players, man, those are the kind of players you need. They round out the team.
Yeah.
They can stretch the floor. They can play some defense, and those are the type of players you need. But yeah, to answer your question, or your comment, I agree. Chris Dunn did regress this year, but I would say that I think that has a lot to do with coaching.
Dunn was starting
because if y'all, I don't know if y'all ever paid any attention, but I do because I watch the games. This knucklehead coach, man, was discouraging those guys from taking mid-range shots. That's Chris Dunn's game. So you want this dude to shoot threes? He don't really shoot threes. This is like Lonzo Ball shooting threes. These guys shoot mid-range and they get to the rack. Let them do what they do best. And this coach, man, I can't wait till he's out of there. I know the new president is saying, he's saying all the right things. Like, we're just going to evaluate things and he's fired. He's out of there. It's just a matter of time. If they get to start the season back up and play a few games, that'll be his excuse to say, I watched that dude play 5 games. Get him out of here. But to add, that's my take on that, Salam. He said, good point, Brandon. Yeah, we're going to get some NFL in Vegas. Hang in there.
What do you want to talk about, the Red Tails? I'll talk about them Red Tails too.
I'm a Redskins fan. I don't want to talk about the Redskins.
Oh, you a Skins fan too?
I thought you was a Bucks fan.
Hey, stop it. That's my second team, man. They're right down the street.
Oh, okay.
They're right down the street.
I tell you, before we transition to the NFL, let's finish up on the NBA. Was there any other points y'all had on Harden or Lonzo or any of those other guys?
No, I will say, J Mac. Remember Lisa's question. Did we start off with that or no?
Yeah, I wrote it down. We haven't answered it yet. Because we can answer that. I guess we can answer that. We can either do the Oakley Ewing thing or we can answer that before we get to the Oakley Ewing. So,
I'll
it doesn't matter to me.
Good.
Okay. Well, go ahead. I mean, you can answer a question. So, which player or players, athletes influence you the most? Whether it was one person or more than one.
I got a few, man. Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
For sure.
Down
in Georgia.
Like both.
Down in Georgia, man. It was football and baseball, man. I didn't really get into basketball till late.
Right.
So, Bo Jackson, as far as this football and baseball, but then I got thrown there Doc Gooden, man. I could have swore I was Doc Gooden.
You thought you was Doc?
I thought I was Doc, man.
So
I knew.
So did you pitch in high school or did you pitch in college?
I pitched in high school. Pitched my whole life, but it between him and believe it or not, Rick Sutcliffe, man. I know you're probably like Rick Sutcliffe.
I remember him. Yeah.
Yeah. So Rick Sutcliffe, Doc, Bo Jackson, man. As far as basketball, I'm gonna say this because it was everybody's answer, even though I give him a hard time. But this is for you. It was Michael Jordan, just like everybody else at that time.
Now,
he was
I'm sorry.
he was he was important to us.
Okay.
He wasn't important to me.
You said what?
He said he wasn't important to him. Well, that's what he said.
Okay, you keep believing that. It's all right. But
the shoes are
MJ, Doc, Bo, and little Rick Sutcliffe.
Okay. Now, did you didn't run like Bo, did you? Because Bo could cut a rug, man.
When I was younger, before the knees went, I could move a little bit for a big boy.
It's two plays I'll never forget about Bo, man. And I wasn't even really a Raider fan. I just like watching some of the games. But when Bo ran over Brian Brosworth, oh man, it was like, whoa. And then when it was just one day, it was just one afternoon, man. I don't know what happened. All I know is they was like on the 15. They was on their own 10 or 15-yard line, and they did a pitch out. Bo hit one cut, and he was down the sideline. He ran so fast and so hard, he ran down a tunnel. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
He couldn't even stop. I was like, this dude is off the chain.
I remember that.
That was some of the most exciting football ever, man. It was a shame that the injury took him.
That's the flip side, man.
Yeah.
That was the flip side of it with him, because when it happened and he went out the game, I didn't think it was anything serious. When I found out he wouldn't play football again, man, it was a rough time for me.
Yeah. Well, you know, and he was one of it was just him and Dion that was playing two sports at the time. I know Brian Jordan did too, here in St. Louis, but it was Bo and then Dion, you know,
Right.
and we never did talk about his impact on sports, because that boy was bad boy too.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I'm sorry, I don't want to steal your thunder.
No, you're all right. I mean, those are the ones. You know, I mean, there was a few others that, you know, you're in and out with them. You know, you watch them play. You know, I love watching Eric Dickerson, Tony Dorsett, I like them guys too. Walter Payton was that guy.
I said,
you know,
no, just messing with you. That's for the Cowboys fans.
see? I mean, you know, Walter was my guy. There was something we were talking about the other day where everybody had Barry Sanders, whatever. But you know, me, because I like the physicality, you know, durability, which you know he definitely had that. He could do a little bit of everything. I like to watch him play. I like to watch Barry run. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
If you didn't like to watch Barry run, you
didn't like football if you didn't like watching Barry run.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
amazing running back. But as far as like, you know, block and you know, toughness, you know, durability, all that stuff.
He's not Emmett.
To me, Peyton was the man. Emmett was up there too, though. I'll give you that.
Hey, you put Boy on those Cowboys teams, they just be just as good with him.
Nah, because then you would take away what he's good at. Barry likes to dance around. He's not hitting no holes.
Barry danced around because he ain't have no line.
Yeah. No, but see, I'm glad you said that, because I get in this debate with some people that actually, you know, that I like to study. Barry had 2 Pro Bowlers on that offensive line. He had 2 Pro Bowlers at wide receiver. People don't talk about that. See, Emmett had 3 Pro Bowlers on his line. Lions had 2.
Did he have 2 Pro Bowlers at one time, and were they on the same side of the ball?
Nah, it's opposite side. I mean, it was opposite sides. I mean, but how often did you know Barry hitting a hole though? Even when he had holes, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't going there. That's why he didn't do everything that Walter did. He didn't do everything that Emmett did. He's not blocking. He's not really catching the ball out of the backfield. Them 2 would do that. So you can pick either or. It doesn't matter who you call the greatest running back of all time. Right. Emmett's number 1 or number 2. Either or.
Why are we agreeing right now, B? Oh, that's crazy.
So who are your? I'm Jennis. One last question. What pitches did you throw in high school? What pitches did you throw?
Man, look. My best pitch was my fastball, obviously, for me.
Okay.
And then my curve was pretty nice. Okay. Didn't work like I wanted all the time, but that's trouble with throwing a curve. You know, I had a slider. My senior year, I threw in a knuckleball, which, you know, was nasty. But when I needed it, it didn't work.
Didn't work when you needed it, huh?
Nah, it didn't work when I needed it. I threw it in late. But my fastball, I could throw the ball.
Okay.
I could throw the ball.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, Brandon. You can give who are your most influential player or players?
Yeah, I got players. There's Shammond Williams. I don't know if y'all know Shammond, North Carolina. Ed
Yes, sir.
Cota, Vince Carter, and all of them all on the same team.
Okay.
You got Shammond. You got Peter Ward, Andre Ward from Florida State. This is back then. You got Prime Time. And my number one, like, people don't know this. People think I love LeBron, but Penny is up here.
Okay.
LeBron's Penny Hardaway was probably
Penny was your number one?
number one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah. Penny was my guy. You know, them injuries, you know, he was getting Jordan problems when he first got there, so they had to switch. Phil said, hey, Scotty, go guard Penny. He's giving Jordan problems. So, yeah. But, yeah, Ward, because it was short quarterback. I played quarterback, so short quarterbacks, you know, he, you know, kind of inspired
Wait a
Shammond.
minute. Are you trying to tell us you was a short quarterback?
Yeah. I mean, ain't no quarterbacks in high school, 5'8", 5'9".
Oh, okay. I got you.
Ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Ain't really. But see, all I was doing is
They usually
RPOs. So, I mean, football is number one.
What sports did you play?
Football and basketball, that was it.
Okay.
They try to get me in wrestling, nah, bro. I'm not putting that tight shit on. I'm not doing none of that.
Yeah,
Ain't you afraid of singlet, man? Don't be afraid of singlet.
Nah, I'm good.
Go in there, rock the singlet.
Yeah,
I'm good.
my little brother wrestled. He was really good at it. I mean, he played football too, but he was definitely good at wrestling. But that wasn't my thing. One of my classmates, I'm getting on a wrestling team. I'm like, go ahead, brother. And I remember one day, man, that my classmate, I don't know if he's watching. Matter of fact, he's not part of this group. But I remember one day, him and another classmate was joining back and forth. I never forget this. And they were yeah. And he was like, yeah. And he said, I body slam you. And they were like, no, you ain't. And they put a bet on if he could body slam this other cat. And I was like, no, don't make that bet because Willie gonna body slam. Man, I ain't even go out there. I just sat down. I think I was working on something. And all I heard was a boom and the whole room shook. And they was in the hallway. And everybody came in laughing. And I said, yeah, I know what happened. You ain't got to tell me. I said, you might as well just go ahead and pay him up. And but wrestling just wasn't my thing. But, you know, I get that. Yeah. But so
Salam said,
yeah, go ahead.
Shammond is KG cousin. Shammond Williams is?
No, I ain't hip.
I'm looking at the messages.
Yeah, I know.
And Chavis said somebody ran a 5.540. Is he talking about what Vegas is talking about?
I have no idea who he talking about. He said Jared Dudley, influencer. Jared Dudley.
Hey, Duds is a great locker room guy, man. You need them type of people too.
Okay.
So I don't know.
You trying to say you should stay in the locker room?
Hey. Probably not, but I mean,
that's what I think you should. I think you said that. I think you said
yeah.
should stay in the
As
locker
long as he
room.
didn't say Chris Dudley. Remember that slug? He got a check. I could have done what he did. 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, and he got paid every year. I could have done that, man. Shoot, I could have got 4 points. I could have done something, man. This dude getting all that checks, man. He ain't done nothing.
Man.
I think Dudley. I think Jared probably kissed the right ass to, you know. I think if Cousins would have came back this year, Dudley would have been cut.
Man, I think Dudley eating ass. He ain't kissing it. There ain't no way. Ain't no way this
NC. No comment. It ain't North Carolina. That means no comment.
Listen, he shouldn't even be on that team. He got to be the assistant coach or the player coach or something like that, but he shouldn't be on that team.
Maybe or the owner or somebody, you know.
But honest, Dudley comes in and he does what he's supposed to do. He's taking charges. He's playing defense and he's knocking down a 3 or 2. I mean, in his 5 to 10 minutes. I mean, he's not like he's not productive. I mean, he's not going to get many minutes on that team. They already got too many of the same players as it is. So they need, you know, that's why Morris ain't getting a whole bunch of minutes because we got a ton of players that can do what Morris does. But
whoa.
Play defense.
Big.
Yeah.
Did you just say we? So you trying to say the Lakers your favorite team? Because you ain't really said that
Look,
quite
man.
yet.
Look.
His boy
Hold-
on her,
hold.
he gotta like to go with the Lakers, man. His boy on her. So.
Now, you know what? I'm kind of like, I normally don't, and I guess I feel a little bad about the whole Kobe situation. So I'm kind of like inclined more of because of Kobe and how I used to, get on his shit a lot or whatever, than it more is than what, LeBron. But I'm going to root for them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no Lakers gear, nothing that, like, besides the LeBron jersey, but I ain't really. He's going to change that next year.
Did you just say you ain't got no Lakers stuff, but you got a Bron jersey? That's Lakers
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, I ain't got like, you probably go to Donovan house, the whole downstairs is Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't. Because Lonzo's gone too, so I don't know, man. I don't know. I might. If they get Bronny out there,
listen.
woo.
I'm gonna tell you what. Next year, I'm going all in. If we get sports back, I'm gonna be so excited. I'm getting me a Lonzo jersey, a Mayfield jersey.
Hey, get off the call, man. Get off of here.
A Mayfield jersey.
Baker's trash.
Hey, somebody else chime in, man.
Mayfield jersey. And a McCaffrey jersey.
You don't think we're getting sports back?
I hope so, man. Like, I'm not saying I don't think we are, but I just don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if everywhere else didn't have sports but Florida. That's the way they do stuff down here for some reason, but I just don't know, man. I'm worried about it, though, because I know I'm bored of the house.
Yeah, I think it's going to come back. I mean, once the numbers of infections and deaths start dropping, then they'll start opening everything back up, and that could be as early as 3-4 weeks from now. Who knows?
Yeah, the deaths already kind of leveled out a little bit. But,
yeah, it's just a matter of getting in control, because the whole social distance is a tactic to get control of that. Virus. And
I know as early as May 1st, though, they're going to do like reservations for like restaurants. Like you can start going back to restaurants, but you can't just walk in. You know what I'm saying? You got to make reservations.
Right. Yeah.
And they're not going to do no more than like 50 people in a restaurant.
Yeah.
But at least that lets them get their, you know what I'm saying? Like people out of work, you know what I'm saying? And, businesses are suffering this shit. So
yeah, the orange
dude. What they did with the WWE today. So
yeah, that's what I was going to say. The orange dude was trying to bring all these sports guys there. He's going to have them at the coronavirus conference. Come on, man. This is supposed to be, it's not supposed to be a campaign. But anyway, so I don't know what they're going to talk about. But I guess they can have a conference call on the phone. They don't have to come to Washington for that.
Yeah, you see some of the names in there. They got Jerry Jones, dumbass of all people.
Yeah.
You got Mark Cuban. You got Roger Goodell.
And Mark.
I think Adam was in there too.
Mark one of the.
See, I like Adam Silver though.
Yeah, Mark one of the smart ones too.
Yeah, and then you heard the lady was like, "Are you going to try to run for president against Trump?" I was like, "Oh my god."
Well, Mark,
they're trying, man.
Why?
I don't know, because he did say something about it like a year ago about it's not a bad idea. I'm like, man. I don't know.
I want nothing to do with that. I wouldn't want nothing to do with that. But hey, so to recap what I didn't get into the influential players on my part. So I mean, obviously Jordan is one, Magic Johnson, Dr. J, as far as basketball is concerned, and football, man, you go back to Mean Joe Green, Jack Lambert, them guys are still curtain. The Bears defense. And then too, when I was a kid, man, I was really into wide receiver. So Lynn Swan, and I used to go up and catch balls like that and do all that crazy stuff until I got hit. I got flipped one time. I was done with that crap. Because somebody grabbed my ankle while I was up catching the ball and, man, flipped me over, man. In school, we played football on concrete in the schoolyard, man. And somebody, I laid there for about 15 minutes. Nobody even came checked on me. I was like,
Jay, let me ask you a question real quick. Who is your football team and NBA team?
My football team is the Steelers. Now, I've always supported the home teams. Even when the Cardinals were here, when the football Cardinals were here, I supported them. When the Rams were here, I supported them. But when they left, adios.
So who's your basketball team?
But I've always been a Steelers fan ever since the 70s. My basketball team is the Bulls. I am an NBA fan. I like watching other teams and other players, depending on who it is. But I am a Bulls fan. I'm a so that goes back to the 80s. And then I'm a Cardinals fan, St. Louis Cardinals fan. Obviously, I'm a St. Louis Blues fan in hockey.
You should be an Arizona Cardinals fan in football too.
Nah.
Hey, they're gonna be a problem this year.
I don't care. They left. That's it. Nah, they left. That I cut them loose. They left St. Louis. I cut them loose. But so as far as what I played football and baseball in high school and little league. I pitched also, Jennis. I had a fastball and a knuckle curve, but my knuckle curve, I threw it like a fastball, so it would dip on you. It was crazy looking. And I learned some other pitches, but that was after I got out of high school. I learned how to throw a sinker and some other goofy change.
Did you ever throw a change up, man, like a circle change or anything like that?
I just threw a change up that where you hold it like that.
Okay.
You hold your finger on the side of the ball and you grip it like that. It's just a change, but
yeah, I threw mine like this.
Oh, that circle change is weird.
Circle change, yeah.
That's a weird pitch, man. I use that on my MLB 2019. I got a YouTube channel. I put those on, but I use that pitch sometimes, man. That's a weird pitch.
Well, it was the only one that I could throw and keep the same arm speed to where you couldn't tell.
Yeah,
that's what I was throwing. You know what I mean? So.
Well, that's the same. Yeah, that's the same thing I did with the knuckle curveball. I threw it like I was throwing a fastball, so they never knew unless they saw my finger, which they weren't going to see that. So I the same arm speed, boom, but it would get on you like a fastball, then
just fall off the table.
Yeah, just fall off the table, man. And so and then I had a decent fastball too. So then I learned some other pitches because I don't know if you guys play what we call cork ball. Some other places in New York, they call it stick ball and, stuff like that. But that's a big thing in the Midwest here. We play, we burn tennis balls and we play, we basically play a form of baseball, but they call it stick ball. We call it cork ball. And,
yeah.
So
we played every form of baseball you could think of, man.
Yeah.
We in the street.
We used to, it's serious here, man. It was so bad one time, man. And it was about 15 years ago. I was playing at this church, man. I get out of church and on a Sunday afternoon, I kid you not, on my way home in the hood, riding down Dr. Martin Luther King. Man, these cats on the parking lot, 500 cats on the parking lot, 3-4 games going. And there wasn't no fighting, no arguing or nothing that going because it was old heads, you know what I'm saying, old schoolers. But I was like, I stopped a couple times, look, I'm like, man, I'm gonna get on home. But that's how serious it was here, man. These dudes was like, they ain't messing around. But yeah, I played those. I didn't start really. I played a little bit of basketball growing up with my friends, but I didn't really get into it until I got out of high school. That's when I really started getting into it and playing it a lot. And so that's my story as far as sports concerns. But yeah, I love all three of those sports. I like hockey too. I like watching hockey. You would never get me on some skates.
See, I thought about that, man. I just, in Maryland, we didn't, nobody played hockey. I went up to Boston for a couple years, man. And people
we roller skated though.
Yeah, I roller skate. Yeah,
man,
I definitely.
I'm telling you,
yeah.
I'm straight up with you, man. I was a beast on the roller skates, man. I was a monster. So I thought I could play ice hockey, but I just.
That's a whole different skate.
I know.
It's a whole different animal.
I found that out.
Mess around and crack your ankle, but yeah, I roller skate too. I was okay. I haven't skated in a while, but somebody's chiming. Okay. But yeah, so
Vegas said it's coming back. Sports is coming back in August.
Yeah, I saw that. The Watcher, Jay-Z voice. Oh, what you talking about, Shavers? How can they guarantee immunity of the people preparing food, though? Salam asks, how can they guarantee immunity of the people preparing food? I guess that's in relationship to open the restaurants or something that you were talking about, Brandon?
B talking about reservations.
Oh, reservations. Yeah.
Talk about them reservations, B.
talk about him. Hey, I don't know. I mean, I'm not the orange guy. I mean, that's just the plan right now, is just to open it up, and see how that goes. Everybody's wearing, I don't know, they're gonna wear a mask in the back, and they should be wearing gloves and stuff anyway when you touch people's food. But I mean, I don't know how it's gonna do it, but we'll see.
Yeah, Vegas is.
Just get the shit back, man. I don't care. We start small. You know what I'm saying? Get the NBA back. I don't care if it's one fan in the building. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get it finished.
Well, that's what they were talking about, like
Finished.
having scale down, not many fans in the building, and just getting the season over with.
Just put the season ticket holders, or the press row or something, just to put them in the building. Whatever you got to do. So.
And they have to test the players. Obviously, they have to test the coaching staff and the players.
Well, that's why they said they have this. And I don't know what this politician part. I guess I'm getting old as shit, but they're gonna have this some type of instant test to where if you have it or if you had it, it's gonna take like 5 to 10 minutes. So I guess if you go in these buildings, you go in these arenas, whatever, you got to take it. All the NBA players got to take it when it goes back. NFL players got to take it. Now, even in the government, supposedly you can't even go back to work if you're a contractor or in the government until you take some type of test. I don't know how true that is, but that's what they're trying to work on. I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what he said.
Players can't be blowing their hands and licking their fingers before they shoot free throws.
Wow. You talking about your boy, B? Or you talking about our boy, B?
I don't know. I don't think you like LeBron no more, man. I don't know. You be getting on me, man, when I be trying to talk about it, man. You be getting on me, man.
Listen, that's what I'm gonna tell you, man. I like LeBron. The problem is, man, if I don't agree with any one person not being able to do no wrong, like you got to be able to do some kind of wrong. Like that's just me. Like he's my favorite player. Always had since he came in the league. He's my favorite player. Even going up against Boston because that's my team. That was tough for me. Cleveland, Boston. I'm going back and forth emotionally, just weirded out. Same thing when he was all the way up until he left the Eastern Conference. But he's got to do something wrong. Like that, it doesn't make sense.
He is the passive aggressive shit is wrong.
What I was gonna say, because
every post, you talking about LeBron's greatest person ever, except
person.
He the greatest player. He shoot threes better than everybody. He dribble better than everybody.
You exaggerate.
He got the best hairline ever.
You exaggerate right there.
All that stuff. That's what. Look, if we had a hairline competition right now, and who got the best hairline in the league, you say LeBron.
Negative. That's you reaching right now. Nah, all last year I was destroying him with the passive aggressive crap. No, the last year in Cleveland. Like he'll pass on.
I think he was checking out. Because it seems that when he's checking out, he kind of does that. He did that in Cleveland the first time when he was getting ready to leave and go to Miami.
Chavis said you're a KD fan.
Who a KD fan?
He talking about you.
That's what he said you are.
Man, you gotta leave that to Myron, man. You gotta leave that to Myron. He know damn well Myron be preaching KD from the rafters, man. Every K, if it got the word K in it, Myron is commenting and making KD the best thing since sliced bread.
Right. I don't do that type of stuff.
But this is what I'm gonna tell you though.
I don't post about LeBron. I just defend him.
Well, I know
everybody's anti-LeBron.
I know you hold him accountable for that Mavericks meltdown.
Oh hell yeah, that shit was trash.
Yeah,
that was trash.
I think that's when Wade said, "Hey man, look, we didn't bring you down here for you to be."
They all
hot potato, dude.
Like LeBron disappeared, and the only one that actually showed up for that game 4, 5, and 6 was Chris Bosh. Like Bosh, you know what I'm saying, put in some points, but LeBron in the first 2 games was fine, and I don't know what happened after that. Who know? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that and then the whole, because I think it was brought up in the last session of the whole GM LeBron and how he would bump heads with a real GM like Pat Riley or somebody else. They wouldn't be going for that. It's like, hey man, I got this. You go play basketball. Go ahead, Jennis. You got something to say about that.
Man, y'all brought that stuff up, man. I think sometimes that LeBron was so good or is so good that people forget he was in Cleveland. Like, I really think that for some reason, people think Cleveland should have been good without him or something. I don't know what. Yes, he probably had a lot of influence on the players that came to Cleveland.
Well, he's
Yes.
more
Why
than
should
five.
he? Why should he?
Huh? Yeah, that's exactly. That's my point. Like, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he have an influence on who comes to Cleveland? He's the best player in the world. Now, here's a problem.
Hey, man, Chris Bott.
If some of those folks had agreed that he was the best player in the world, they would understand why he had so much influence. That's a problem. If you hated LeBron, you didn't understand why he had the influence. Oh, I'm telling you why. He had the influence because he was the best player in the league.
But,
Period.
but ask yourself this: keep it real with you. If would a really legitimate GM go for that? I mean, they might listen to
Any
him
GM
and
is
say,
going for it.
yeah, they
Yeah,
might listen to him and say, yeah, that sounds good, but I am not giving what's that boy named Tristan Thomas $200 million. That is ain't
But see,
happening.
that's the same. They're the same agents. That's the same agents. That's why, like, they're all Rich Paul.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
though.
where, yeah, that's where.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Let's be realistic. I'm gonna look out for my boy. Like that's just what's gonna happen. I mean, you guys might not like it, but I'm gonna look out for my boy. In the end, that's how it's gonna be. And on top of the fact that, I mean, he's the best player in the league. He can leave, or do whatever he needs to do.
I still ain't signing Chris Bosh. I'd be like, hey, if you're gonna leave, brother, tell me now, because I can get this trade going. Pick for you, because I'm not Chris Bosh, Tristan Thomas.
Tristan,
I'm not giving Tristan Thomas $200 million. That just ain't happening. So if that's the deal breaker for you, brother, let me know right now.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you what though. I'm gonna tell you, did they win the championship or no?
They won the one, yeah.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have won that.
But that was
won the championship.
That was before Thompson got his contract.
And that's why he got the contract, is because of that championship.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a one-hit wonder, man. You get players that are role players that come out and do some stuff, and then turn around and then they're giving role players huge, max contracts. Man, that's crazy.
Man said Christian Thomas.
Give no role player no max contracts. That should be illegal. That should be an illegal procedure. I know.
I hear you, but every team has done it. That's just part of it. Every team's done it. Everybody's paid somebody that we didn't think they should got paid. Period.
Yeah. Oh, that's in sports altogether now. I mean, shit. You see what the Nationals did without, what is it, Bryce, right?
Yeah.
What did he got? $200 million, and they won a championship without him, or $300 million, some crazy crap like that. Now he looked dumb.
No, not
you know what I'm saying, for wanting out.
Not necessarily. I mean, they just have they just have a good front office. I mean, they fill the voids, right?
True.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of good players versus super. I mean, they're pitching the superstars though, but
yeah. I mean, you can't. I mean, Harper is good, but he hadn't. To me, he hadn't elevated himself to the best player in baseball yet. Maybe he will. You know what I'm saying? In other words, I know I might sound biased, but he ain't no dang on Albert Pujols when that Pujols was in his prime. Shoot,
man,
right.
Pujols was a monster, man.
Shoot,
he was amazing.
So he ain't no A-Rod. I mean, even though A-Rod was juicing a little bit, he ain't no A-Rod.
Facts. Yeah.
It's just
hey. A-Rod doing TikTok dances right now. That fan doing TikTok dances right now.
First,
he looks terrible.
He was on there talking to his lady's ex. What was that?
Yeah, what was that, man? He was on there talking to Puffy. What was that?
Nah.
Man, I don't know. And then, Diddy the whole time, like, man, I don't even mess with you, but I'm going to listen to this conversation real quick because
of who you are.
He looks up to you and, come on, man.
Well,
J-Lo blind to
he is. He's A-Rod,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up with that one. Though. It was hilarious to me because when I was watching the video, I felt like J-Lo was dancing with Diddy, and then A-Rod was the third man out. Was I the only one?
They kind of feel kind of awkward there.
Yeah, pretty much,
brother.
Pretty much.
Like
pretty much.
They were like reminiscing and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Remember that time we hey, hold up. What you talking about? You reminiscing? I was.
Yeah, Landis, you right. Juan Soto, yeah, you right.
Shops, it's safe to say the J-Lo though.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and get into some to some football like Vegas want to talk about. I mean, you want to talk about NFC East.
Well,
You want to talk about who's going to be at the bottom of
Oakley and
the
Ewing
NFC
real quick,
East.
and then we get to NFL. So
What'd you say?
Oakley and Ewing, Oakley just bombed.
Yeah. Oh man, that type of stuff is bad, man. It's I don't even like. How do you even throw your? But see, Anthony Mason did the same crap too, to some players. I don't know why. Pretty much what he said was like when he went against premier teams that
Good teams,
he
yeah.
just didn't show up.
Folded, yeah. Did he fold against the Rockets? I know he shot that butter shot against the Rockets.
But that's his go-to shot, ain't it?
Man,
I mean, you win some, you lose some.
He did that against the Bulls. And then he came in and laid the ball up or something. It was some weird old shot he took, man. I'm glad he did it because we won, but I'm like, this dude, you too big to be playing like that.
Well, listen, I'm gonna say it like this though. Oak played with Ewing. He knew who Ewing was. Why he's coming out saying
that now?
It was like some unknown thing.
Yeah.
Like he knew what type of dude he was. I don't know why he's making it seem like, oh, I ain't know. Oh yeah, looking back, shit, he messed everything up for us. Nah, you knew he was soft when he played with you.
Well, you know what?
He knew that.
You know what, Jennis? It's that thing that we talk about a lot. When cats start getting a certain age, man, they get that I don't give a crap attitude, and they just start blurting out stuff. Now, I'm not saying it's good, because you got other cats out here snitching and telling people all kind of business and stuff. They get into a certain age, they talking about, yeah, Richard Pryor was doing such and such, and who was that doing that? I can't remember. He was talking about a whole bunch of cats, and talking about what they did. I'm like, man, why you dragging them through the mud? Why you bringing out their dirt? Even if it was true, why at this point? But I agree with you.
I'm just saying.
It's funny, but what's the point?
There ain't no point. Bank account getting low. You want to talk some shit about some dude that you knew was soft in the first place. Now you want to make it seem like it's his fault when you already knew he was soft. Don't make sense.
Pew wasn't. Yeah, I said Pew. Pete Ewing, whatever. But Pew wasn't even good. He was the same player in Georgetown, though. I think everybody expected him to be more than what he was. You know what I'm saying? He's good for those jumpers, those elbow jumpers. He's good for those fadeaway jumpers. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Yeah. Shave said A-Rod was watching his girl Zoom flirt with Puffy. Exactly.
That's what we said.
Reminiscent.
Absolutely.
Remember that
was making eye contact and everything.
We had a good time, didn't we?
A couple of them rappers can reminisce with her. She better not call Ja Rule either.
I know she hooked up with him.
Hey.
Oh man, come on, Shaver said Ewing was straight garbage, straight Garbano, straight sugar cookie.
I agree with that sugar cookie shit, for real though. But I don't, like we were talking the other day about it or whatever, and I still don't know. Well, not just Oakley, but I don't know what everybody else expects them to do. I don't know what they expected. Like I didn't expect much from them because I agree. What difference would it made anyway?
Was Oakley?
He said Patrick needs to know. That's why Oakley burning him up now. You should have told him that in the locker room back when you had a chance to make a difference.
First of all, Patrick agreeing with his ass anyway. Patrick and him like, yeah, you're right. Why he telling everybody now? We already talked about it.
Why he telling that now? Yeah.
Yeah.
I already know.
Well, was Oakley a superstar? Did he average 20 and 10 or something? I mean, what am I missing?
No. Oakley was
is he a Hall of Famer?
Oakley was an enforcer, bro. He was a rebounder and an enforcer, a defensive player.
But it's always these type of players that come out to go against these legends or whatever. Whether or not we agree, if he a legend, he a cookie maker or a cotton swab, whatever he is.
He scored some points. He was a star in the league. We can't take it from him. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But a lot of these players that come out like these, always got something negative to say about your teammates.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Nobody would know who Charles Oakley was if he wasn't with the Knicks.
No,
what did he do?
You're right. Vegas, I don't know about his baseline fadeaway being unstoppable. I mean, he's shooting that too much. That's what got him in trouble. Shooting that too much, man. Sometimes he should have been going to the rack, turning the rim down. That's what he should have been doing.
Yeah, y'all was talking about him against the Bulls the other day too, right? I didn't even chime in that much when y'all was talking about you got to understand, it's Phil, man. It's a system. Me and somebody got to talking about, me and Boo? Yeah, me and Boo got to talking about, Jordan being in the system. Now, there's a difference with it being a system guy and being playing in the system.
Playing in
Phil used a system that worked for 2 different franchises.
Yeah.
So whether or not it was Luke Longley or Bill Winnington or whatever, they knew how to play and defend
within the system. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They were well coached.
Like,
yeah.
They
Steve
played
Kerr, well coached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It just make them look, you know what I'm saying, less than what they was. So
yeah. Oh, yeah, because you're right. That goes to the point we were talking earlier about role players getting max contract, because those guys were leaving, going to other teams and getting max contracts.
Yeah, Chavis did say Otto Porter. He did bring up Otto Porter for a while. That might have
Chavis of Vegas.
Chavis said the Otto Porter thing a little bit ago.
Yeah, those guys. I remember Will Perdue. Who was that other guy before him? Because he left after the first three-peat, and he was one of the big goofy centers, and he went somewhere and got a big contract, man. I was like, why are these guys getting all? How are these guys getting all that contract? But it was because they were on that successful team. So these other teams are duped into thinking these guys were good players when they were system players.
You're right, J-Mac. If you had big goofy center in the dictionary, he would have a Bulls jersey on.
Hey, but Phil had 4 goons, so he always had 4 goons to throw at you.
Right, and then you still had that old, I don't know what that dude was that wore that shit in his hair, the color in his hair, and the weirdo that was cross-dressing, wearing wedding dresses and all that.
Yeah, you know who that. You know who that led
to. Yeah, you know who that
Bonder, 20 meat Bonder.
That weirdo right there. You had that dude behind him, so
he was out there patting Shaq and Malone on the butt.
That dude was extra, man. I've never seen nothing like that in sports, period.
Great comedy, but then he'll turn around and give you 20 boards. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. I used to be amazed at watching that dude, man. I was like, how is this cat getting all these rebounds, man? What is he doing? And I would actually look to see how he's positioning himself, because they would sometimes get the camera angles and stuff. I don't know how that little dude, because he ain't but 6'6", 6'7" at the most.
Yeah, they listed him at 6'9", 6'10", though.
No, he wasn't no 6'9". No way. If you look at him standing next to Jordan, see how tall he is. And we know Jordan was 6'6".
Right.
I think even Scotty was taller than Rodman. And Scotty was 6'8", something like that.
Man, it's the same thing with Draymond Green, though.
All effort.
Yeah, same thing with Draymond. I mean,
hustle, man.
Chavis said Oakley gets respect because he played. Nah, I don't know if he gets respect. I guess you can call it respect, but more people feared Oakley. Like he was gonna foul the hell out of him, or he gonna try to bully him.
Swing on him
more than anything.
I
don't know if he didn't get respect of his game.
No.
He got more respect of being an enforcer.
He was an enforcer. That's basically.
I like the Davis brothers better than Oakley. Both of them. Either one of them. Antonio. Either one of them.
Yeah, those guys could actually hit mid range. They had a nice mid range game.
Yeah, Antonio had a mid range.
The dude said Rodman 6'11". Stop, man. Stop it. He ain't even taller than Jordan. But yeah, no, we can go ahead and transition to the NFL, man. I know the Vegas was waiting on us to talk about his Redskins. And then,
Red Tails. I'm part of me is Indian. That's offensive to me. Okay. I don't like the Redskins.
I'm not mad at you. I respect that. So a matter of fact, lately I don't even call them Redskins, to be honest with you, because I come to feel that it was offensive myself, but sometimes it slips out. So I don't really use that anymore anyway. I just call them. I
really don't care.
I call them the Deadskins, to be honest with you, because they've been so bad for years. So they playing in some Walking Dead Deadskins or something.
Dude, you could get tickets last year for the games for $5.
What?
I knew 30 people that went to the game that only to spend 30 people spent less than $200.
Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all. Would you rather be a team that we know ain't gonna do that well, or be a team that everybody say is gonna be the next Super Bowl champion and not even make the playoffs?
Hey, I like that. I like that subliminal shot. I like that.
Which one would you rather be? I'm just trying to figure that out, because I think I'd rather be the team that's rebuilding.
Whoever said Dallas was gonna be champs though?
Man, every Dallas fan I know.
Fans that do that.
Every Dallas fan I know. Don't let them win 2 games in a row.
Right.
If they win
You
2
got
games
to
in a
talk to
row.
a realistic fan. You got to talk to a realistic fan.
Well, most. Be honest with you, Brandon. Be honest with yourself. Most Cowboy fans are not realistic.
Some of them,
Majority of them are crazy as hell because they do that every year. Oh, we going to the Super Bowl and they win 2. Like he said, they win 2 games, and you looking at them like, man, get out of here.
Dude, have you ever seen? Hold on. I got to sit up. Have you ever seen Vegas?
Oh, see, look, he's sitting up.
When the Redskins will win like 2 or 3 games. Have you ever seen him or talking about Kirk Cousins or how good they are? Have y'all remember that? I want y'all to go on this.
When any conversation about the Skins, I just laugh and move on.
No.
I don't even entertain that.
No, the most exciting season we had that I can remember that I was on that train. I was up screaming, and I don't get up and scream for nothing.
2012.
Man, RG3 had it rocking.
Yes.
RG3 had it rocking. So
yes,
that's the only season I was like that in.
Right. I agree. Him and Morse, that was a problem.
Oh,
I think
man.
Morse had like 1,500 yards rushing, like 15 touchdowns, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a problem. There was a problem. That zone read, no one knew, you know what I'm saying, how to defend it. So
what you lying about, Brandon? Vegas accused you of lying about something.
Brandon know what he lying about. Brandon know he lying about being a realistic Cowboys fan because he ain't a realistic Cowboys fan.
Bro, I'm realistic. I will never say we're going to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I have never came out and said that.
Well, I can't say you have or not.
Our corners is terrible.
Yeah.
You can't go to the Super Bowl with corners like that. Even last year. You
know what I'll tell you, B? You ain't said Super Bowl, but you say everything all around the Super Bowl.
You say everything else but that, huh?
Well, I mean, we all do that then. We're all guilty of doing that.
And I ain't even said the Redskins is making the playoffs yet. I don't even say nothing like that. I don't say nothing like that.
Once y'all win like 6 games, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
The bugs are so bad, yo.
Stop it.
So apparently they're talking about doing a draft on. I guess they're gonna do the draft virtual this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who y'all like coming out of college, and who's supposed to be? I don't even know who had the worst record. Who's getting the number 1 pick?
Man, I hope we get Isaiah Simmons. I don't care what we do, how we do it. I want Isaiah Simmons. I know everybody say Chase
y'all
Young.
getting Chase Young. That's what it's gonna be.
I know everybody say Chase Young, man, but if we could trade down, do some dipsy doodle, and get Isaiah Simmons, I'll be happy.
I think he's probably the best player in the draft.
I think so too, honestly.
If he can play safety, he can play linebacker, he can play DN.
Hey, you don't want 43-year-old Tom Brady?
Man, I'm glad you brought that up, man. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go retire. I'm gonna go to a Bucks game. I'm going to a Bucks game.
Tom gonna get his brains knocked out, man. It's time to retire, man.
Yeah, it's over.
You done got how many rings? Dude got 5 rings?
6.
6. Yeah, good. Time to retire, man.
Yeah.
What else? What else you got to prove?
It's him and Bill, man. It's a thing back and forth. I can win without the other one. That's why he's still doing it. But he's not going. Oh, you hear Skip? Oh, he going to Bruce Arians. He's an offensive guru. Come on, man.
That Skip be just out there. Skip is pure comedy, man.
Y'all know what I want to see though? What I want to see is how the Patriots fans react this year without Brady, because behind the Cowboys, man, they right there, man. I mean, like Cowboys, like right here, like Patriots fans, like right.
You're right.
Here, like that.
You're right. They're like almost neck and neck. I agree with you, because Patriots fans are some of the most annoying. I mean, they only thing they got going for them is they actually won championships. Cowboy fans ain't done nothing in years.
But you know what we'll do though? We will win at least 6 games.
But the Patriots fans, man, if you have a conversation with a Patriots fan, man, it is sickening, man. Them dudes.
Hey, Jay. The last time Dallas played the Steelers, who won that game?
Did they propel them to the Super Bowl?
I know. I'm just asking the question.
It's just one regular season game, bro. They ain't go to the Super Bowl.
That was the same. That was the same guy that y'all was giving flack to, that said that the kid down in Carolina was better than him. Did you see what Zeke did to y'all in that game?
Who, Ezekiel? Oh man, I give Ezekiel's a good running back. I've always questioned Dak, and we talked about that last week. You know, Dak is definitely a system quarterback. He is not a star. He's not gonna carry a team.
Thank you, J Mac.
He ain't no time.
Thank you, J Mac. Appreciate you.
So he's not a star because what?
He's not a star because
He
J
ain't
Mac said he
got
wasn't a
that.
star.
He ain't got that it factor. He can't carry a team like that. They try to put it on his shoulder.
He's carried the team.
Man, when?
2016, he was a rookie.
He carried.
And they went to the playoffs.
He carried the team in 2016.
Yes, to the playoffs.
Because I don't remember him doing
That's
that.
when Romo got hurt. Yeah, 2016. He came back 2017
You sure
playoffs.
Zeke didn't carry the team?
They go to
You sure Zeke didn't carry the team?
That was one of Zeke's best years.
Okay.
But Dak got busy.
I don't remember.
Hey, Dak
I
carried
don't
the
remember,
team.
I don't remember nobody ever saying Dak carried the team except for you. Now you the
J
first.
Mac, look. It's 2-1 right now. He just said Dak carried the team, but then Zeke had his best year ever.
There's only one
Zeke,
guy. There's only
he's
one
saying
guy.
Zeke the best back in the league.
He is the best back in the league.
Okay, so how did Dak carry the team if Zeke had his best year and you saying Zeke the best back in the league? I'm saying Zeke carried.
So you saying Zeke threw the touchdown passes? He did all that?
I'm saying Zeke opened up the field for Dak to throw his touchdown pass.
Yeah, you're gonna need that.
Exactly.
That.
That's my point. And you had your best year on top of that?
So no, his best year was last year.
If you're making a comparison, then you'll say that if Zeke was the best running back that year, was Dak the best quarterback that year?
No.
Okay, well, that's
you can't.
Next topic.
Well, when was the last time a team had the best quarterback and running back? Outside of Dallas back in the 90s with Emmett and Troy. I don't care what y'all say.
Quarterback and running back?
Think about it.
I have to think about that one.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't the point, B. The point was you said Dak carried the team. It wasn't about who had the best of both.
Right. So we just don't have to disagree that Dak carried that team, man.
Dak's a star, man. He's not a superstar.
Nah, I don't think. I think he's
not a superstar.
I think he's a system quarterback.
I think he's what the
Cowboys. He can go anywhere
need.
and do what he's going to do.
I think he's what the Cowboys need right now, though.
Maybe, but if they get if you know, I'm sure Jerry's somewhere thinking about how can I get Tom Brady down here?
Nah, we don't need that. We don't need that trash. We're good.
Well, what's up with Jameis? What's up with Jameis? Because my second team is the Bucs. Thank you.
He need to go to the Steelers.
My thing is, though, I wouldn't have bought. I mean, I get it. I understand it, kind of, a little bit, maybe, but I just would have stayed with Jameis. And I gave Jameis a hard time at the beginning of the year because he was throwing picks, still throwing picks. But I just feel like in Tampa Bay, he's their best option. I just, I don't, as far as this process.
I didn't watch their games. Didn't he regress too?
No, he didn't regress. He's just one of them quarterbacks that feel like he can fit a pass in any window. He just got to understand. I think if you brung in 43-year-old Tom Brady to help young 25, 26-year-old James, you know what I'm saying? It would have helped him. Mm-hmm. Instead, they let him go, and now he just need to go down to Pittsburgh because Big Ben ain't got much left.
Well, I also think too that granted, he threw 30 interceptions or whatever, but that was rough to say. But
that was terrible. Yeah.
How many? I know. But how many of those? Because James is the type of dude that if somebody make a mistake, he ain't gonna say nothing. He's gonna come pat you on the helmet. Thanks, buddy. And keep moving. How many of those were issues with a receiver? I knew he threw some crazy.
Went off Evans' hands or went off Goodwin's hands. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, those they count in the numbers wise, but when you make some questionable decisions, you accompany it with passes that receivers don't do the right route, they drop the ball, whatever it is, those I know they count, but come on.
True. Yeah. I don't know what it's going to do. I think it's not, it's rough. He should be with the Chargers, the Patriots, somebody. You know what I'm saying? I think Cam going to the Patriots, at least I hope so.
You think so?
So I would hope so.
That wouldn't be.
I mean, you got a few teams.
That wouldn't be a bad move for him.
Yeah.
'Cause-
And then if Cam went there with what they had, they would be better than what they were last year. Even if they keep it, they don't do nothing. Because Cam, at this point in his career, is even with being hurt, is still a better quarterback than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He's just not. Yeah, the last 3 years is just not that guy. I mean,
well, you know what? But that sound like the same thing we've been saying for the last 2 years. Cap is a better quarterback than half the quarterbacks in the league.
yeah, Cap.
And yeah, so I agree.
I think Cap did that to himself with that crap he did last year, man. I mean,
But
I think it was another way. It was another way that he could probably went about doing that.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So here's the question, and the point that was made at the time was that the league was trying to keep the media from basically witnessing his workout so that the NFL could spend the workout to however they want it to be spent. You understand what I'm saying? So he didn't trust them on that level since they was blocking the media out. I don't know why. Why would they block the media out? That is a question.
But even so, J Mac, well, none of that would have mattered because at that point he had 27 scouts at the first one. So why do I care what you sent out if I got people right here looking at it? That shouldn't have been the main. Okay, the media's not there. Okay, you just got to do your job.
I agree with you on that. I would have just gone ahead and did what I had to do. I would have had mama, cousin, uncle, somebody recording the whole thing somewhere else.
Right. You could have did that yourself.
Yeah.
Anything. You know what I'm saying? Your agent was there.
Yeah.
You had
somebody
friends there, anything.
Yeah.
I think it was honestly, I'm gonna jump in and say I think it was all useless anyway. Nobody was hiring them. Nobody was doing any of that stuff. If you want to know how I can throw the football, man, look at my tape. Shit ain't changed.
Right.
I ain't played. I'm still healthy. I'm actually probably more healthy than I was when I was playing. A lot of people tried to spin it and say, "Oh, well, he sucked, his last year, whatever." I'm like, man, the whole team sucked.
Team, yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, what was he supposed to do? Take them to the Super Bowl?
He did.
Right.
He did.
He didn't. Not that year, he didn't.
Nah, he got to carry him like Dak carried the Cowboys to the playoffs.
Oh, that man got all kind of jokes. But see, we got a quarterback. You don't know what y'all gonna do at quarterback. And I knew they was gonna do Haskins like that. That's why I was so mad. Like, you thinking about TT. Really? This kid ain't finished in 3 years, he ain't finished a whole season. Not one time.
I like Tua, man. I think he'll be a decent NFL quarterback, but I ain't taking that chance right now.
A Tua for like 4 games, maybe. He gonna play 4 NFL games. And probably gonna be out. And I don't mean it, what I'm saying? He's real brittle. He's worse than RG3 was.
Yeah.
He's brittle.
Yeah.
He's very brittle. So, y'all gonna get Chase, which is fine. They ain't gonna mind us at all. I mean, we got Pro Bowl tackles, so I could care less about that. So it ain't gonna hurt us.
So y'all talking about the NFC East? Philly fans ain't got nothing to say about this?
Nah, Philly's gonna be good too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 2-way battle like it always was.
Yeah, because
it's gonna be like that for a while.
Listen, Wentz greater than that.
Who believes that? Besides,
I'm just saying.
Hey, when he win a playoff game, you come talk to me.
It's a thing, though, man.
When he wins a playoff game, you got to talk to me about that. Wentz ain't won a playoff game in 4 years.
Wentz can't stay healthy. That's the problem.
Right. And Dak is.
The crazy thing about it is Dak been healthy, and he still ain't done much outside them playoffs.
And who's his coach?
What difference does that make? Who's his coach?
Man, you can go to the Cowboys right now and win a playoff game. Me and you. Right now.
Oh, man.
But to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to, if outside of Bill Belichick, over the last 20 years, there's nobody that's won more playoff games than Mike McCarthy. See, a lot of people don't even talk about that. But
I don't like Mike. I like Mike. I think Mike
is he's probably going to be the coach that Dak needs. He's a quarterback coach. He's had 2 Hall of Famers.
Yeah,
and he made them Hall of Famers.
Your boy said Wentz greater than Dak. So
see, I told you it's a thing, man. You gotta
man. You gotta take that with a grain of salt. You know who that came from?
Yeah, I know where it came from.
Anything, right? Take that with a grain of salt.
I just thought it'd make the conversation interesting. So I just threw it out there.
come on. Our backup quarterback is better than any quarterback the Red Tails have had in years. So,
Wow.
you like that?
Justin Herbert might jump over Tua.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah,
That's possible to the Dolphins. That's possible.
yeah.
But the same thing they said about Joe Burrow. He was terrible in 18, but he was great last year, probably the best year ever as any, college quarterback. But 18, he was terrible. TT was good for 3 years, but he ain't played but half the games. So who y'all think is the first wide receiver coming off the board?
Judy.
Man, that's my dream pick right there at 17. I hope he smokes weed or something.
He ain't gonna make it.
I hope he smokes weed this week.
He's not.
And then drop down.
Hey, that's your boy.
Pick him right there.
That's your boy from Cleveland that couldn't stop smoking.
Which one?
Gordon. You talking about Gordon?
Gordon, yeah.
No, he trying to get reinstated
again.
So he can get kicked
because they took weed out of. You can't get in. You can't get in trouble for
the
it.
NFL changed the policy on that.
Yeah. That was in the new CBA.
Yeah, they did that
just did.
Recently.
Yeah.
Recently.
So they might let him back in then. Yeah. So he's gonna show up to the games high as a kite.
But y'all
I don't know.
You
can't do it. You can't do it during
show up to practice. Excuse me.
Yeah, you can't. You on your own time or whatever. But you can't do that like at any given time during the game.
Practice high as a kite, huh?
Right. None of that. Yeah.
But y'all really think that weed was the only thing Gordon was doing, though, for real?
That's what they said it was.
Shit.
That's what he kept getting tagged for.
Yeah.
What do you think he was doing?
That's the easiest thing for them to tell us.
You think it was crack or something?
I don't know, but I don't think the way. Well, here's the thing: the way they talk about how he's been dealing with addiction for a while, I just don't know how that's going to be the one thing you do if you've been dealing with addiction for a while. It just don't sound right to me.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, unless he went through rehab and treatment, I don't see you just care because we can say we can be a recreational drug, but however, if you abuse it like anything, you can become addicted to it. So you're right. Hopefully, he's got some help. If you ask me, he just need to leave it alone altogether. If you want to come back and play, and you don't want it to affect your game, you don't want people to be questioning whether you sober or not, just drop it altogether. What's the point? You can't leave it alone until you retire. You're talking millions of dollars, man. And I know it seems like I know some people that say, man, it's easy for you to say. No, yeah, it is, because it's a choice to make. Okay, man, look, I keep getting in trouble with this stupid stuff. What am I gonna do? I want to make this money, or I want to keep smoking weed. Make your choice. Which one is more important? And that it comes down to that. To me, is a matter of logic and willpower. And if you say, okay, I want the money, go get cleaned up, go get some help, whatever you need to do, and cut it loose, man. And then when you retire, you can smoke all the weed you want. At least that's my thoughts on it.
Yes, it is the best wide receiver group I say in quite a while. So you can't go wrong with nothing. You can't go wrong with either three. I still don't think Ruggs is better than Judy though. But you can go with either or. I think one of them gonna drop. And I'm hoping it's Judy. If one of them drop to 17 and one of them get to Dallas, my goodness.
I think you guys should get one of them.
Oh my goodness.
17.
Huh?
I think you'll get one of them at 17.
Oh, that would be, man. Whether it's CD, I mean, even CD's a problem too.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's gonna be good. So
Vegas say Stephen A. Smith, stay off the weed. Who can imitate Stephen?
Yeah, that's not me. I don't even watch First Take that much anymore.
Yeah, I watch it sometimes if I get to catch it. Well, most of the time I'm watching replays like on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they're trying to turn Max into like Skip because he just be trolling and saying the dumbest crap.
Yeah, just disagreeing on some stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, are you serious right now? So it's because he wasn't like that in the beginning. But I think they're trying to turn him into a
Like,
skip.
dude, that doesn't even make any sense. Why are you taking that position? Like, where'd that come from? Yeah. Well, those are pretty much the topics tonight, gentlemen. Unless y'all had something else you want to throw out there real quick.
Real quick, because it came up today and I didn't even know it until this afternoon. What do y'all think about the NASCAR driver saying the stuff that he said, man?
I heard about it. I haven't really read about it, but I heard about it.
Oh my God. So they were doing a virtual, like a race, NASCAR race, and it was him and some other guy. And I guess the guy, he was saying something. What's the dude named? Larson? I don't know, Larson or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he was saying
Kyle Larson.
Yeah, Kyle Larson. So
now, who's Kyle Larson?
He's one of the best NASCAR drivers out there, whatever. So the guy wasn't paying attention to him. This was streamed and all this other stuff. And he just kept saying something. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? And he said, hey, NIGGR. Like, he just said it like, hey. I'm like, and he said clear as day too, yo. I was like, oh my goodness.
Was the other guy black?
No.
Oh, okay. So did he say it like, and I'm not excusing it, but did he say it like, hey, my NIGGA?
No. He said it to the point to where the dude was pissing him off by, ignoring him.
So he was using it as a derogatory manner.
Yes, right.
Yeah. He can't get a pass for that one.
So
I didn't read it, but I was willing to give him a pass if he used it in a more, hey, my, even though he shouldn't have. I was like, yeah, we cut him some slack on that. Just don't do that again. But yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, he said it, and what they say, he got fired. He lost $50 million in like endorsements or something like that.
Oh my God! Ooh.
So he pretty much lost everything.
Ooh, that hurt, man. $50 million.
Yeah. So, Lee, you ain't you quiet on your side, Lee? I mean,
I was letting you talk, man. I'm letting you talk. I heard about it. I think what happened was the right thing to happen. I just feel like at some point he'll be back. He's still young. He'll be back. He'll explain his way out of it. He'll be back on there.
Well, here's the question, Jennis. Do you know, is he a good driver?
Yeah. He's a good driver, good young driver.
So he'll probably be back then, yeah.
He's a mixed up kid. When I first saw him, I was like, well, who is this kid in the first place? So I did a little research, Japanese descent, all that, whatnot. But I don't know what he was thinking, in that moment, and acceptable. And what he got. I'm happy he got it, because there's to me, in that situation, there's really should be no tolerance for that at all.
Yeah. If he was, like we were saying, how, we, some of us, we call each other the N-word in an affectionate way. If he was doing that, even though it was inappropriate and they could have slapped him on the hand, but he used it in a derogatory manner. Yeah, they had to drop the hammer on him. And, yeah, you just can't be doing that one. So, but how many of them do it? They don't have the mic. He just happened to have the mic on him. So, it's the first time he done that.
Right. I was chatting with some folks that, did some screenshots on some of the stuff the NASCAR guys say. And it's not pretty. He just happened to get caught.
Yeah, he just happened to get caught. He one of the ones that got caught.
It was so bad. It was so bad the way he said it, man. Like, because I watched it today in front of some coworkers, which I shouldn't have did, because I'm working from home. I don't know how I'm even doing it, but I'm working from home, and I'm sitting there watching. It's like, man, what happened? Because they was talking about it, and then I pulled it up, and he said, I mean, clear as day, bro. Like, it was like,
wow.
I've never heard, like, even in the NBA, like, you know what I'm saying? They'll say it, but they got microphones and stuff all over the place now. You know how Adam Silver said, if we hear this, you guys are suspended until we say otherwise.
I heard that.
So that's what got Draymond Green.
So Adam is cracking down on it, huh?
Yeah. So,
okay.
Like, when he said it, I was like, holy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know if y'all remember, the wide receiver that played for the Eagles, the white guy, and he was on one side of the fence.
I remember that.
He was on one side of the fence, and the black people was on the other side of the fence, and they was saying, I messed y'all, and you know what I'm saying, they was doing that or whatever. He had a fence, you know what I'm saying? He had of course, What did he get? And then he got a new contract after that.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? Some crazy stuff like that. But see, you can barely hear what he was saying, the Eagles wide receiver. This crap right here that he was doing was, was off the chains.
Yeah, it was it Riley Cooper?
Yeah, Riley Cooper.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we haven't heard from him then, though. I think he got jumped and he probably got hung in Philly somewhere, so we ain't heard from him since.
No, he had, I think he had a long, illustrious career in Philly after that.
Yeah. They probably still paying him.
Right. But yeah, that is my thoughts on that. I agree with the punishment, Hey, he's one of the ones that got caught. He probably want to snitch right now. I ain't the only one. Y'all should put mics on so-and-so and so-and-so.
Right.
But yeah, man. So yeah, they get some more sports fired up. They talking about, was talking about golf and some other sports. So that'd be interesting to see if tennis and some other sports come back. Basketball, obviously. Football. You got
baseball should be starting right now.
Baseball should be starting. So we'll see how all this is going to shake out. We're all being cautious. We're all trying to stay safe. We want our sports. We want our economy, but we also want to live. Ain't no sense in having, what good is an economy if you died, from the corona, can't breathe for 3 weeks. But I got my economy. Yeah, I'm dead now, so it don't mean nothing to me. But so that's pretty much all I had. Did you have anything else you wanted to add there, Jennis?
No, I'm good. I'd like to say, condolences to Karl Anthony Towns and his family. That was crazy to hear that.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Just kind of drove it home a little bit more for some of us who maybe haven't had somebody who's experienced it yet. But that was a sad story.
Yeah. Yeah, when some of the other celebrities came out and said they had it, like Tom Hanks and Chris Cuomo on CNN and some other people, that just let me know, hey, this thing real. Then I'll come to find out a business partner of mine, one of his clients died from it, and he was like, I was already leery, and now he's like, he ain't even coming outside hardly. So this thing is real, but we stay vigilant, we're prayerful, and all those things. I think we'll get through it, man.
Yeah, hey Lee, and I meant to ask you, you didn't respond to it. What is underlining issues? What is that? What are you like? What is that? I'm just trying to figure out what that
any health issues you may have, known or unknown. They're spitting out diabetes. Any lung issues, asthma,
heart issues,
like that.
Yeah,
cancer, any other thing.
Yeah, anything, because it kind of exasperates them. It makes them.
And my point was, because especially in the in the Black community, minority community, we don't like to go to the hospital. We touched on that the other day. I was talking to somebody, I think it was Dolomar, but we don't like to go anyway. So half the time we don't know if we got an underlying issue.
True.
So it ends up being to the point where we got something going on, hypertension, high blood pressure, basically.
Right.
We got some sort of cancer, whatever it may be. And, we get corona, we think it's just a corona, but we had other issues we didn't know about because we don't go to the doctor. So, that's the thing. We don't know what we don't know. It's the biggest problem with this, with the COVID-19 or coronavirus, or whatever you want to call it. Is it, people compare it to the flu and all this other stuff. And I know you and I went back and forth about that, B, but I feel like you respect, the safety or being safe with it. So I'll let that go. But at the same time, I was listening to somebody talk the other day, and they were talking about, people comparing it to the flu that lost 6,000 people in 2019 or 2018-19 or something like that. We haven't lost that many yet with COVID, but we lost that many people to the flu with, not shutting down the whole country, basically. So,
right.
Imagine if we let everybody ride out, and hang out, mess around with each other, and where it would be. So
it would be terrible.
It's tough. Maybe, some people blown out of proportion. I get it. But maybe some people aren't, until you, have experienced it or know somebody who's literally, afraid of it, because my parents, they don't want to fuck with it. They don't try to leave the house. They got me
We
running
ain't going
around.
nowhere. Don't
Yeah,
even call.
yeah,
I don't even want to touch the phone with you on the other end.
right. Nah, I'm serious, man. I come by the house, I'll drop them off something, man. I'm wiping stuff down. I'm wearing
Right.
gloves. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? So, you know, whether or not they have a reason to feel that way, you know, I respect it because of my parents and they haven't steered me in the wrong direction. So that's the reason why I take it seriously, because I don't want to be the guy that says, you know, hey, mom, come hang out with you. Next, you know, she's sick. And I got to wonder if I'm the reason why.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
ain't mad at them. Yeah. Because I everything I bring in the house, man, packages, whatever, groceries, they get sprayed down, brother.
Yeah, it's got to be that way. So I take that. I do that. Take those precautions. You know, whether you know it's warranted or not, who knows? But if there's just a slight chance that I can, you know, get somebody that I care about sick, then I'll take those precautions.
Well, you brought up a good topic we can dive into in the next section. We as Black men, you know, and I know we got some other cultures in the group, which is fine. But Black men, I think we have this problem the most. We got to hold each other accountable as far as our health and getting checked out and getting ourselves, especially as we age. Because, you know, we're walking around, many of us are dropping dead like flies because we're not getting tested. We got to get checked. You know, we don't want to hear what the doctor got to say because we got to do something about it then. And I say we really need to start holding each other accountable for that and say, hey, brother, you went to go get your prostate. I know that prostate is one of the worst things in the world. That was like shocked me, man. I was like, my mom was all messed up. I came home. My wife was like, what's wrong with you? Like, that dude, I want to kill that dude, man. What's wrong with that doctor? I was messed up for about 3 days, man. That dude violated me, man. But it's a necessary evil, though.
J Matt, real talk though, my pops, man, he had prostate cancer. So
yeah, man.
You know, he got his checkup, so they called it in time, and he was able to take the steps to beat it. So you're right. You're absolutely right, man. Some of those tests we don't like to talk about for real.
We got to do it, man. We got to get our checkups, man. We got to get our checkups, our physicals, man. And you know, the doctor say, hey, you need to lose 30 pounds. Guess what? Go find another brother that needs to work out, and y'all hold each other accountable. That's the only way it's gonna happen, because you ain't gonna hold yourself accountable. You ain't done all these years. Go find another brother.
Not consistently.
Yeah, I know another brother. You know, they live down the street, work at your church, work whatever. Say, hey man, let's work out together. Let's hold each other accountable. You know, and I think that's a good topic to lead off with on the next discussion. But it was good chopping up with you brothers tonight, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we just doing some things to kill some time and while we go through this situation, and we'll get some more going. I think we're probably trying to have another session Saturday, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that who you have on there should be pretty funny. So
yeah, I hope so. Hassan get on, because I know the way the stuff he types, man, be having me in tears.
Man, need Hassan on there, need Dolomar on there. Hey, y'all need to find out what's going on with Champ. Where's Champ at, man?
Oh, Champ. Yeah, where he been?
Yeah, where's he at, man?
I must.
You know what? And be honest with you, I think the Kobe thing has hit Champ pretty hard. So I think you know that.
Oh,
that
Champ.
Yeah,
okay, I'm trying to remember who you talking about. Okay, Champ. Yeah. We have to ask. That's Hassan's partner. We have to
Champ, the ultimate LeBron hater.
Oh man, he's laughing so hard, man.
I don't know though. I don't know. The last thing he was talking about, I don't know if y'all saw it, where he said, you know, when the whole Kobe stuff happened, Champ said, you know, he gave him a lot of flack, but he's, you know, giving him respect. He said a lot of this stuff is just out of, you know, just talking trash or whatever. So
hey,
I've never heard from him since then.
I think sometimes he like you say, he be, because I'd be like, come on, Champ, you can't possibly believe this. Come on, man.
Oh, he was trolling.
He be having me laughing so hard.
Yeah, he trolling like my boy Chavis.
He good at it. Champ's good at it. He had me dying, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, if nothing else, I guess we'll see the group Saturday, and you gentlemen have a good evening, man. And I will throw this video up on YouTube later on.
I will go ahead and share this, and then I'll go ahead and put it on my page like I did last time. And
okay.
Share it, you know.
All right then, brothers.
It was a pleasure.
Y'all have a good evening.
Sir.
Man.
All right.
All right.